Good evening, all, and welcome here. Our Purim Shpielers come from far and near. Tonight, a play we have for you, a Purim Shpiel that is brand new. This Purim Shpiel was recently found unearthed from deep beneath the ground. Our players here have studied hard these lines crafted by a new bard. But every night a different show, sometimes they don't know where to go. Sometimes, so if they falter, if they fall, who cares? We're going to have a ball. So sit right back and just relax. Don't worry about your income tax. The music will start, the players will play. A good yantify chalamen, it's Purim today.
So if you're doing so well, how come the sour face? You look like an overripe etrog.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's all the pressure from being the only female in the only co-educational yeshiva in the world, located for no apparent reason in Austria. That's a lot of pressure on a girl, especially a really beautiful one.
Well, we all have our own Morgan Davids to bear. Speaking of Morgan David, would you like some? Manischewitz. How about a nice spritzer?
What's a spritzer?
A spritzer. It's that sweet wine from Spain with the fizzy stuff brought over by that explorer fella. You know, De Soto water.
No, I'm okay, Uncle. You
from their cell phones.
No, I don't know what those are. But oddly, yes, that does bug me. You know what else really bugs me?
I haven't a clue. Tell me, my dear niece.
Here I am, a completely hot Jewish girl. I was homecoming queen of the shtetl, head cheerleader of the football team, the Gonza Megillas. I was even gonna go to college where I'd experiment with shrimp naswa. And I gave all of that up to come here. And you know why? Because I love Jewish things. The Hebrew, the prayers, Jewish food, and the learning. Jewish learning is my raison d'etre.
Oi, Yavan raisins! I've got raisins for you when I can't eat the whole Purim. Let me look, I have it.
Back home, it was so easy to be Jewish. Tradition and Yiddishkeit were everywhere. Look to the right to shul. Look to the left to day school. Everyone was studying Torah and knew all the great songs. Like that new one everyone was singing when I left. Do 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 do
So you think that's going to be a hit?
I think that one's gonna be a hit.
What's the problem? This is yeshiva. We ain't exactly short on Jews.
We're not short on Jews, we're short on Judaism.
No, station, I just don't understand.
It's like this, Uncle. Nobody wants to learn about tradition. They all want to be a part of the next big thing. Schmendricks who don't know an olive from an olive, a canoodle from a canoodle, a harosis from a mitosis, are studying Kabbalah. I blame it on the girl with the big hits. She even changed her name to mine. That Zoida is always copying me.
Madonna changed her name to Levinovitz?
No, to Esther.
Yeah, so.
Don't they? Yeah. What if you invited a school friend to sleep over? Huh? What would happen then? Would you go to college?
I changed my name to Hadassah?
Yeah, you did. To Hadassah from Esther.
Oh, yeah. You're really going there?
Yeah.
How would you like it if every time you invited a school friend over for a sleepover, they said, hey, let's go to Casa Hadassah? Or ask my father, are you the boss of Hadassah? I once asked Mom for a cracker, and she's like, so, honey, you want a wassa, Hadassah?
Anyway, dear niece, I agree. It's hard to encourage Jews to study real Judaism when there are so many distractions, cremations, and Fergusons.
How do you solve a problem like Kabbalah? How do you separate the wheat from chaff? How do you make the folks ignore Madonna, who dumps our tradition down and makes us laugh? How do you make the people want to study, learn ancient wisdom that is so sublime? We need a holiday that makes us sit up and say, I can have fun and learn at the same time. How do you solve a problem like Kabbalah? Add alcohol to metaphor and rhyme.
Rosh Hashanah can be fun. Davening with everyone. Eating shofar. Eating tapuchim udavash.
Then Yom Kippur is on its way. We are fasting for a day, praying that our sins will come out in the wash.
Then comes Sufrei Simchai Torah. There's a good time ready for you.
Hanukkah with dreidels, latkes, gelds, and lights.
Tu Bishvat Pesach B'Shvuos.
Our tradition offers to us, yet there's something more we want from these delights. Oh, how do you solve a problem tradition. Make the real thing easier and fun. Hide the truths in parable and story. That's a way for teaching everyone.
Oi, oi, oi.
How do you solve a problem like tradition? Make the real thing easier and fun.
If we only had a holiday like that, something that included costumes, noisemakers, cookies, alcohol, and a great narrative. Well, I got nothing. Buckus. Wait! I was reading in Craigie Schmagegi's list in the paper this morning, and look what I found for you, my dear niece.
It says here, Ahasuerus, the king of Shushan, is looking for a nanny for his 7 adorable, yet Jewishly deprived children. Only beautiful, young females who are studying at an otherwise all-male yeshiva in Austria need apply. Call 1-800-SHUSHAN for immediate consideration. Uncle, this may be the opportunity I've been waiting for. Do you think I'm qualified?
No, give her shekel. Pick up the verkackte phone and phone him.
I'll do it.
Vashti, get here. Vashti, my dear fiance, I'm trying. Really, I'm trying. Please explain to me what you see in this Madonna character and her Kabbalah Center.
Really, Hashi, you can be so thick. All right, here's the Gestalt. Judaism is boring. I mean, they make you learn Torah, and they don't even get to the fun stuff. But at the Kabbalah Center, oh, they just cut to the chase. You don't have to know anything. I feel like a virgin.
Don't you miss the Torah, the Talmud, the Midrash?
Did what? I'm sorry, I'm not following.
I gotta say this, Bosh. You're acting a little, strange lately. Like at the banquet the other night, when you showed up, how do we say, a little underdressed? People are talking, Vashti.
What are they saying?
They're calling you trashy, Vashy.
They are just jealous of my natural beauty.
All right, Vashti, I can't go on like this. It's either Madonna or me.
Oh, Hashi, really? Do we have to go over this time after time? If I live to tell anyone about this relationship, they will just simply say, "Who's that girl?"
I think I have my answer. You have become Madonna.
No more hash and bash for you.
And no more hashes cash for you.
Your scepter is no longer welcome in my chambers.
Well, you're nothing but a material girl.
Get out of here!
If only I could find a girl who didn't need a shortcut to study Judaism.
dishes in kishka kanadel, ribbonless kasha, bialys and bagels, Lakshmi and Shmir to my face smiles will bring. And these are some delicious Yiddish things. Schlugging Kapporis and licking the narrows, munching the matzahs and dishing the pharaohs, bathing in mikvah and leaving no rings. These are some wonderful Yiddish things. Davening chakras and blessing the Torah, being bar mitzvahs and dancing the hora, blessing the kinder such joy always brings. These are some wonderful Yiddish things. Though Amalek gave us colic, he will never win. 'Cause we fill our life with food, simchas and joy, and there is no room for him. What is it?
There's an applicant here for the nanny.
Ah, yes, send her in, please.
Okay, you're on.
I'm sorry, hello, please. Sit down, please.
Why, thank you, Your Majesty. I like your scepter.
And I admire your knits. Okay, here's the deal. I have 7 adorable but Jewishly deprived children. Although technically they're not my children, because I've never been married and in fact, newly single.
Oh my, Your Majesty, that is most interesting because I too am single, have never been married, and I don't have 7 children.
Ah, it seems like we have so much in common.
We do. By the way, whose children are they?
Nobody really knows. A record company executive named Simon Cowell put them together to be a boy band. When their first record tanked, he sent them out to the street, and I took them in.
How could they be a boy band? They're not all boys.
So, you also see the problem. Anyway, the kids spent their formative years inundated with the study of Spanish art from the Romantic period.
You don't mean?
Yes, they have Goya shikops. They know nothing of their Jewish heritage. I need someone who can teach and inspire them. Someone who can start from the very beginning.
Why, that's a very good place to start.
Really? You're gonna go there? You might as well sing that Fakakta song.
Let's start from the very beginning, or better still, right to left. Being Jewish is more than aleph bet. You can learn it with chutzpah and Yiddishkeit. Yiddishkeit. Just put in a ch and sound erudite. Yiddishkeit. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Listen carefully. It's not what you think. Do, a deer, a kosher deer. Re, a kid I knew in school. Me, it's me. Who else ya think? Fa is fa, don't be a fool. So is half the word so new. La is laka cut in 2. Tea in glass with sugar cube. That will bring us back to dough. Dough, a deer, a kosher deer. Ray, a kid I knew in school. Me, it's me. Who else ya think? Fa is fed, don't be a fool. So is a cut in two. Tea in glass with sugar cube. That will bring us back to dough. Dough, a deer, a kosher deer. Ray, a kid I knew in school. Me, it's me. Who else ya think? Fa, it's Fed, don't be a fool. So is half the word so new. La is latke cut in two. Tea in glass with sugar cube. That will bring us back to dough. Take it back.
I will begin with the kreplach soup, and then, of course, with extra crepe. And then I will have for the main dish cholents and kasha garnishes with a nice shortbread on the side. And, of course, for dessert, I'd like to have a sweet kugel and a honey cake.
You certainly know your Jewish foods. What would you like?
I'll have the poo-poo platter.
Coming right up.
Tiffany, do you know what really bugs me?
People who write emails in all capital letters?
I don't know what that is, but strangely, yes, that does bug me. But do you know what else bugs me?
Tell me, Hammy.
Here I am, such a mocker. I am the ruler of Teifeld, only 8 miles away, and I cannot get good Jewish food for anything. I had to sneak in here to Shushan in the dead of the night to get a satisfaction for my Jewish nasherai.
We have restaurants in Dar's Fool.
Yes, we do. We have Mediterranean food, we have Greek food, we have French food, we have even bangers and mash, but we cannot get good Jewish food.
Oh, how hard can it be to get Jewish food? All it is regular food in really large.
No, my dear, no. There's way, way more to that. For example, do you serve seeded or unseeded rye bread with pastrami? Is it legal to have gefilte fish on any other day but on Passover? And how much should you charge for a 2-cent plain? And why is there no egg or cream in an egg cream?
Hammy, you're being ridiculous.
You want to know what I think?
Wait, here you go. Here's your poo-poo platter, the soup's coming.
So, do you want to know what I think? I think the Jews are genetically superior. They have the innate ability to make food taste wonderful. And you know something else? I'm going to do something about it.
What are you going to do about it?
I am going to invade Shushan, and I am going to enslave the Jews, and I am going to bring them all back to Teifeld, and I am going to force them to open delis.
Wow! When are you planning to do this?
Give me your plate.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, I am putting 5 toothpicks in the rim of your plate. Okay, each toothpick represents a day of the week. You will pick a toothpick from the rim of the poo-poo rim, and that will be the day that we invade.
From the poo-poo ream.
Yes! The poo-poo rim! That's what I will call it, poo-poo rim day.
Sounds a bit scatological. How about shortening it?
What, to poop day?
No, silly Purim day.
I can go with that.
yeshiva in the world.
Whatever. Certainly, there is some wisdom, something in Torah or Talmud that can help us.
Aha!
Have you thought of a solution?
Oh, no, silly. I just thought of a new nickname for you. But I do have an idea. What if we created a totally new Jewish delicacy that was Haman's alone to enjoy?
That's a great idea. Well, what could that be? How do we create new Jewish food?
Leave that to me. Aha.
I like hash better.
Okay, so we will enter Shushan from the west. We will then attack Lagos, Brents, Cantors, Greenblatt, Label Sable, Nathan Owls, and then we will capture Archparent's Deli, secure the poor folks who will be eating dinner at the time, and then we will make a frontal attack on Genghis Khan.
Lord,
Redfield, what is it?
a missive from King Ahasuerus.
As I expected. Read it to me, Redfield. What does it say? Is he suing for peace?
There are Jewish lawyers in Shushan.
Probably. After all, not all have the brains to be a CPA or a doctor. But that isn't what suing for peace means. You, Schlemiel, what is he saying? Is he offering terms for surrender?
He has a banquet he invited you tonight, too.
Such chutzpah! Ow! That feels good. Even now, he flaunts the superiority of Jewish cooking. Well, I will teach him a thing or three. Ready my conveyance. My character, no!
Don't!
Think Haman will ever show up?
No.
So, Ahasuerus, here I am.
Wow.
Introduce me to the lady.
Haman, this is Esther, Jewish nanny, Jewish scholar, and nanny to 7 adorable children who are definitely not mine.
Charmed. You know, you reminded me of someone. That girl with the big, mitts. Well, she had enormous hands. Yours are not quite as big, but there is a resemblance.
Haman, let's get down to business. I know that you covet our Jewish food, and frankly, I don't blame you. Jewish food is special. It's part of our tradition, and that makes it magic. But there's something I think you ought to know before you start with your invasion plans.
So tell me.
This is something I can't tell. I need to show you. Let's sit down. Sir!
No tip.
What's this?
This is gefilte fish with white horseradish on the side.
I know that, but why are you giving it to me?
Just take a bite.
Plain fat!
Exactly. That is what Jewish food tastes like without the love. That is exactly what every meal will taste like when you enslave Jews to operate your delis.
Well, that puts everything in a new light. But what am I to do? Am I supposed to live a life with loveless luncheons? Like dooms, that thing?
The answer to your problem is in your hat.
What?
Your hat. The answer is in your hat.
Okay. This is Pilpul. I heard about this last night at the Kabbalah Center.
Don't go there, Annie. Yes, my love. Please show him.
what's this?
It's a cookie. We had it prepared especially in your honor.
That was so thoughtful. You know, it looks a little like my hat. So, what's it called?
We thought you'd like to name it.
Well, it looks like my hat, so I will call it a prune bag.
Well, that's nice. But we were thinking maybe something a little more personal. Maybe something like Hamantaschen.
No, I will go with prune bag.
Okay. You know it is named after you. So if you call it a prune bag, people are gonna think that you are a...
Right. Hamantaschen it is. Do you know what? You guys have been so kind to me and so wonderful. I would like to return the favor. What if we were to open our borders? The citizens of Shushan and Nesville could eat kishka and hamantaschen together in peace, and all the food will be made with love because everyone will be free.
That sounds like a deal.
Lou?
Hamantasch, warm and flaky and yummy, filled with fruit, makes you toot. This is the horror
Thank you, Barbara.